Hi guys, we are from Makeitt, an IT startup oriented towards nation young generation empowerment, and today I would like to tell you what is a multi-way decision making statement where multiple decisions can be handled, or in short I can call the same as else if ladder. Yeah, here I'm going to get an if and a lot of else if conditions, and then a final else block. Yeah, I will show you how it is going to exist. And before starting this discussion, yeah, let me talk about the three eminent personalities which have changed the complete programming language era altogether. Like Dennis Ritchie is one such who developed the C++ programming language, and it is from AT&T Bell Laboratories. And there is one more version of or extension to this C programming language called C++, where plus plus is derived from again C, the increment operator, or what I can say is the incremental version of C is called C++, or there is one more name called C with classes. That is another name given for C++, and this C++ is also from the same AT&T Bell Laboratories, and where I have already told you AT&T stands for American Telephony and Telegraphy, where it is a well renowned for communications. And yeah, coming to the other one, there is a scholar called James Gosling at Stanford University Network, and he had observed plenty of drawbacks with this C and C++. And based on that observation, he developed altogether a new language called OAK initially and later renamed to Java, which is almost treated as an unbeatable programming language for nearly 2 decades. And even the company from which it was a product is Sun Microsystems, where Sun stands for Stanford University Network. Yeah, that is the one. It's something like C, C++, Java. These three languages are very well established programming languages in the market. And as of 2021, again this C++ programming language is budding. Yeah, this is one such fact that I heard from the market, that C++ programming language is starting gaining its reputation again. And apart from these three programming languages, there is one more programming language which is really trending and budding and especially suitable for artificial intelligence or machine learning or deep learning or natural language processing. That is a Python. That is one more programming language. And the picture that we are seeing here is it's AT&T Bell Laboratories. Okay, yeah, that's all for this discussion. Yeah, what I thought is, rather than telling just the subject, if I can add some technical discussion regarding these programming languages or some other innovations, like what was done by Elon Musk. Yeah, as you already know, I think Elon Musk is now the richest person of the world, who surpassed Jeff Bezos and of Amazon Web Services or Amazon. And this Elon Musk was a great revolutionist. Like there were more than 5 to 7 companies. In fact, they are not companies; they are just brilliant revolutionary ideas. They are novel, they are innovative, and all these ideas were rocked like anything, and they were changed this complete world, that a car can be driven without a driver, and there is a concept called hyperloop, through which the cargo or passengers can be traveled through a tunnel very quickly, very quickly. And there is some other concept like sending 10 million people to Mars planet by 2050. Yeah, they are all quite revolutionary and fantastic way of treating the things. Elon Musk is one such really great guy, where I have got a lot inspired from that techie. Okay, and get back. Let me get back to. I cannot stop myself if I start talking about Elon Musk. I'm that much fond of him actually, and let me stop my discussion about that great eminent personality, and let me dive into my today's discussion. Okay, like it's a multi-way decision making statement where I got multiple decisions. Okay, yeah, let me take the highlighter. Okay, pen. Yeah, here assume if I got a condition here, then I will be having one way. If this is failed, then I will be having another way, which means after evaluating another condition, and I will be having another way. Likewise, I can have any number of ways of dealing it. For example, if I am dealing with whether a number is negative or positive, then I will be having only two conditions, two ways. That if a is greater than 0, positive, and if a is less than 0, negative. There are only two possibilities, right? But there are certain situations, in fact a lot in real time, I need to deal with the multiple decisions. Like if I have to identify the grade of a student, if he got greater than 70 or 75, then distinction, and if he got 60, then first class. Then if he got greater than or equal to 50 and less than 60, second class. And if he got 40 or 35, I can call third. And if he failed to get that third also, simply I can call the person as failed candidate. A fail. This is an example for a multi-way decision making statement, which is quite needed and useful for solving the real-time problems generally. And yeah, I'm going to explain one such now. Yeah, that is in the form of else-if ladder, which is a very powerful feature of a C programming language. And this is the syntax of it. And watch. Sorry. If condition 1 is true, then this block will be run, and the control directly comes out all the way after else. It will come here, it will land here, and no other blocks it is going to check, and they will not be executed. And one more point, in the case of if else or nested if or anything, if I write anything here, if I write any statement here, yeah, that is called no man's land. It's something like the code or the control will never reach this point. Why? Because if else is designed in such a fashion that if I write something here, then that will be run when the condition is true, and if I write something here, that will be run whenever the condition 2 is true. And there is no logic or a sense in writing some statements here. That's completely meaningless. So don't write anything between if and else. You write either in if block or in else block or in else if block. That's valid, that's quite valid, but don't write in between. That is one more thing we have to remember all the time. Yeah, let me come back to the discussion, that if condition 1 is true, then this will run, and it is going to ignore all the other parts. If condition 1 is false, then the control come to condition 2 and check for its tautology or trueness. If now it is true, then this will be executed, and the remaining parts from here up to else, they will be ignored. They are not going to run at all. And whenever this one is also false, then the control comes to this part, and if it is true, then this will be run, and if it is false, it will go to condition 4. Likewise, it is going to each and every condition whenever the upper conditions are becoming failed. Take a scenario that all of my conditions are failed, then the control will come to the else part. It is something like a default part, that whenever all the conditions are failed, then it will come to this part, and this will be run. And sometimes there are situations that I don't want to have this default part, then I can make it optional. An else block in an else if ladder is purely optional. It's all depends on the requirement. If I want it, I can have it, or if I don't want it, I can neglect it simply. Yeah, it's as simple as that. And this is the syntax of else if ladder. And here, how many conditions I got? 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. Here I can have n number of conditions. That's why it is called as a multi-way decision making statement. And the same is explained in the form of a flow chart. Yeah, this is a flow chart where it is explaining the pictorial representation of a functionality. Yeah, here it is the point where I am entering, and test condition 1, if it is true, then this will be run, and it is directly coming to outside of this complete else if ladder, and it is not even looking at any other conditions in between, just it is coming to after executing this one, it is directly landing here. That's all. Okay, it is coming here, and if it is false, then it will have a look at condition 2. If it is false, it's a typo, it's not condition 1, it's a 2. Okay, if it is false, then it will have a look at condition 2. If it is true, then this block will be run and it will land here. And if this is also false, then it will come to condition 3. If it is true, then this will run and the control comes out of the else if ladder. And if it is also false, then the control comes to this part. If this is true now, then this will run. If it is also false, then yeah, what is the meaning of it? All the conditions are failed. Then the default block, yeah, what I am talking about, the else block. What is the block I am talking about here? Yeah, this else block. Okay, this part is represented here. Okay, and the control comes to this one. Yeah, that is how an else if ladder is going to work. And okay, fine, there are certain statements. Yeah, this is the first problem. To find the maximum of 3 numbers is the first problem. Yeah, let me solve this one using, yeah, earlier I have done the same using one is a conditional operator and the other one is nested if. I have explained the logic of finding the maximum of 3 numbers using nested if, and now with the concept of else if ladder, yeah, how I'm going to solve it. Yeah, watch guys. Yeah, here I'm going to take a new program, source, and let me save this one. Like, okay, save as else if demo, else if ladder demo, yeah, something like that. And I'm selecting .c as my source. Save, and as usual, hash include stdio.h, and then int main, and then I need int a comma b comma c, and then okay, fine, printf. Yeah, if I need any other variables, I will add them on the fly in the sense whenever they are required. Enter 3 integers, that is what I am asking from the user to enter, and then scanf %d %d, yeah, comma, address of a, address of b, address of c. Yeah, then I'm writing something like if a greater than b and a greater than c. Yeah, this is my first condition. Yeah, what is the meaning of it? If a is greater than both b and c, then printf %d is max. Now what is max? A is max, right? Simply I can have a is max, and I can say else if b is greater than a and b is greater than c. This is the second condition. Okay, printf %d is max, and what is this d here? It is b. B is maximum now. And I am going to have one more thing called else if c is greater than a and c is greater than b. Okay, it's not b. Then printf %d is max, and it is c. Okay, and let me get to, what is that? Fine, if I place a return 0 here, and let me save the code and let me give a try for executing the code. Execute, compile and run. Okay, run. Okay, no issues. 3 integers, let me give a try. 1 2 3, which one is max? 3 is max. And let me run it for one more time, or I can use this hotkey, like if I press F11 automatically it will be run. Yeah, this time I'm giving something like 3 2 1. 3 is max, and I'm running it for one more time, and this time I will be giving something like 1 3 2. Now B is max, earlier A is max, right? Okay, yeah, this is a simple solution. Yeah, whenever there is a requirement that I have to find maximum of 3 variables, you can follow either using a conditional operator, or you can use this logical AND operator. Yeah, here what is the operator that is available here is called logical AND. Logical AND, and this operator will become true, or will be functional in such a way that whenever these two are true, then only the whole expression will be true. Yeah, it's something like A and B. Yeah, both should be true. That is the concept of logical AND, or I can call that one as simply AND. Logical AND or simply AND. Yeah, whenever A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then A is max. Whenever B is greater than A and B is greater than C, then B is max. Whenever C is greater than A and C is greater than B, then C is max. Yeah, that's how it is going to work. Hope you have understood what I am trying to say here. What is the use of this else if ladder? Okay, it is going to have a single if and a lot of else ifs depending on the requirement, and a final optional else block. If I require it, I can. If I require that, I can use it, or else I can simply ignore it. No issues. Okay, let me get to the other problem. What is that? Student grade calculation. Student grade calculation. For that, I have to read the name of the student and the roll number and the marks obtained in 6 subjects, and I have to calculate sum, I have to calculate average, and I have to calculate grade, right? Yeah, let me get into these things. Fine, take a new program altogether, and let me save this one as like grade.c. This is the file name I am giving here. Hash include stdio.h int main character name of 20. That is something like, it is something like the name can be stored with the 20 characters, and actually 19, it's not 20. Yeah, I will talk about that. What is that lost character, what I need to have in that one, and what is the significance of it. I will tell you all such. And int subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4, subject 5 and subject 6. There are 6 subjects, 6 integer variables, and a total, and then I have taken float average, and yeah, based on this I need to find distinction. Okay, then what I have to do, first I have to read the name of the student, right? Yeah, for reading the name of the student, I will be going for printf, enter name of the student /n. Okay, even if you want to read the roll number of it, yeah, that's not a big deal, right? You can do it. Scanf percentage yes, S for reading a string, and address of name. Okay, then printf enter marks obtained in 6 subjects. This is what I am expecting, 6 subjects. Okay, then scanf percentage d, percentage d, percentage d, percentage d, and 6 percentage d's, and comma address of S1, address of S2, address of S3, address of S4, address of S5, and I should have a comma here, address of S6, 6 subjects. And then how to find the total, right? Total is equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus S4 plus S5 plus S6. Yeah, here I got the total. And then how to find the average? Yeah, so as to get the average, yeah, it's something like average is equal to total by 6. Yeah, for example, if I got total as some 370. Okay, yeah, let me give a decent total. 550 is the total. Yeah, I got 550 marks out of 600. It's a decent total. And whenever I am dividing this one by 6, the division that was happened between them will be integer division. Integer division in the sense, yeah, let me explain that with an example so that it will become clear to you. There is no need to save it. Fine. Okay, let me take the paint. Yeah, if the value that I got is some 5, okay, 570 is the total marks I got. And whenever I divide this one by 6, generally there are two kinds of division that can take place, and it's something like 9 6 jar 54, right? 6 9 jar 54, 6 10 jar 60, 54. Okay, and I got a 30 here, and 6 5s are 30. Okay, yeah, it's a good count. 0 is the remainder. Perfect division. Now the variable average will be filled with, actually it's a 95, an integer, but average is a real value, right? AVGE is the variable, right? What I have taken in the program. So the same I am mentioning here, average. It is filled with 95.0. 95.0. In fact, 6 zeros. Okay, 95.0. Why this 95.0? Because it is a real value. It is a float variable. You can observe the same in the programming language or in the program. Here you can observe average is a float, which means here I am going to get a decimal point. Okay, and let me take some other calculation that if it is 580, then what about my average? Okay, it is taking something like 6, the same 9, 6 9 jar 54. Okay, and I got 4, right? 6 6 jar 36, and again I got a 4. Okay, I can have a dot here, but in the case of integer division, this dot won't come. It will stop here itself. Why? Because here 580 is an integer and 6 is also an integer, and the division that will take place between these 580 and 6 will be also an integer. Thereby the value will be 96. That's it. It's not 96 point something. The fractional part will be missing. Yeah, what I'm trying to say here is, whenever I perform an integer division, then the result that I am going to get will be approximate. It will not be accurate. That's what I am trying to say here. So as to get my result accurate, I need to change either this or this to a real value. Okay, yeah, what I am trying to say here is, so as to get an accurate result, either I have to change this one or this one to a real value. Yeah, this one can be changed to a real value very comfortably. If I place 6.0, sorry, yeah, if I place 6.0, that's perfect. Why? Because 6 has been converted to 6.0 now. Then I am not supposed to put total 0.0, right? It's invalid completely. So how it should be done? If I want to convert this one, then how it should be done? Okay, then I have to place something like, yeah, here I need to go for a float. Yeah, whenever I place a float inside a pair of parentheses, then the meaning of that is then this total will be converted into a real value before division. Then my result will be having the decimal point, which is accurate. It's no more approximate, it's accurate now. Yeah, this is one thing. And here what I am doing, I am converting the total, which is an integer basically, and I am converting that one to float. So this is called casting. What is casting? Converting a variable of one type to another type depending on the requirement is called casting. Fine, I have calculated the average, and then I have to think about the grade. Yeah, if average greater than or equal to 75, then okay, let me get back. Okay, then I'll be going for printf grade is equal to distinction. Yeah, directly I can write distinction. Okay, let me stop this, and I will be going for else if average greater than or equal to 60. Yeah, what is the meaning of it? The control will come to this part whenever this condition has become false. Okay, then only it will come to this part, right? The control will come to this part whenever this one has become failed. So what is the meaning of it? When the control is here, the average is not greater than or equal to 75. It is certainly less than 75. So if I am checking this, then of course the average is in between 60 and 74, 74.99, something like that. Okay. Then if this is the case, then I will be going for printf grade is equal to first class. First class. Okay, semicolon, and I'll be going for else if average is greater than or equal to 50. Then printf grade is equal to second class. Okay, and the final one is else if. Okay, it's not the final one, still one more I need to deal. Yeah, 35. Yeah, then I'm going to write something like printf grade is equal to third division, third class. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and I can have a semicolon here, and the final one is else part. Printf grade is equal to fail. Okay, fine, and at last return 0. Yeah, let me save the code, and then yeah, here up to this point input section, and this is my calculation part. And this is a multi-way decision making statement where I got an if for distinction, and if this is failed, then an else if for checking the first class. If that is also failed, then I am checking whether he has got at least 50 for second class. If this one is also failed, then third class, and if that one is also failed, and finally a fail. This won't fail now. Okay, that is how it is going to work. And okay, let me print certain details of this student, like printf name is equal to percentages \n comma name of the student. Okay, printf total marks obtained is equal to percentage d \n comma, yeah, I'm writing total, and printf average is equal to percentage f \n comma average. Okay, this is the other one, and yeah, let me run it and check whether how it is working fine. Yeah, let me run it. Okay, enter name Yeah, here I'm writing something like K Rama is the name of the student, let me say, or let me take K Rama. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, it has taken just the K as the name. Rama was simply ignored, and it has displayed some junk value for total marks, which is not at all possible because the total marks is 600. It cannot go beyond that. The average should be less than or equal to 100, even in the best case or optimal case, and it is displaying distinction. Yeah, complete junk results, right? Why it is so? Yeah, let me do small modifications. Scanf doesn't have the capacity to read a string with spaces. Yeah, here rather than using scanf, yeah, I'm making it as a comment. Scanf, yeah, I'm writing something like can't read with spaces. That is the problem of scanf. Then what I should do? I need to go for getS. GetS of name. Okay, now let me check. Execute, compile and run. And now I am giving K Rama is the name of the student. Enter marks, it is 89, 78, 99, 98 and 99 and 97. Yeah, these are the marks of time. Okay. 6 subjects, right? What's wrong? Yeah. There is something erratic. Yeah, I'm reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Then I'm calculating the total. Then I'm performing the average, and then I'm printing these details, and then this one. So what's wrong with it? After 21.32 seconds, it has returned with a value. Okay, am I missing something here? I have read the name, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 integers, and they will be stored. Okay, fine. Address of S6, then total. Okay, let me give it a try. Execute, compile and run. Okay, K Rama 99, 98, 97, 89, 96. Okay, and there is I need to go 99. One more subject. I can see Rama is the student. 576, 578 is the total marks of time, and this is the average. And the average by default it will be displayed up to 6 digits if you can observe. But if I want only up to 2 digits, then how it should be done? And grade is equal to distinction. Fine. Let me close it. Yeah, if I want the percentage should be displayed only up to 2 digits. I can mention something like percentage 2 dot 2. What is the meaning of it? After decimal point I need only 2 digits. That's why this is called format specifier. In fact, in printf and scanf, F is called formatting. F stands for formatting. Yeah, they are going to format the input and output. That is the meaning of it actually. And yeah, point 2 means they display only 2 digits after the decimal point. Okay, let me execute it. Yeah, let me give the details once again. 97, 96, 99, 98. Yeah, done. Yeah, this is how it is going to work, and let me run it for one more time. And there is a bug in this program. It's not a syntactic bug, but a runtime bug is there. Yeah, I will show you what it is. Execute, compile and run. There is a logical error in the code. Yeah, I have given some name like K Ashish. It is the name of the person, and I have given 90, 98, 99, 97 and a 20 and a 99. Yeah, this is what I have given. Just by having a look at the marks, we are pretty sure that this candidate has got failed in his examination, because in one of the subject he failed to get the minimum pass marks. Okay, here I should get the grade as fail, but what is the grade? Distinction is the grade, which is an absolute flaw, right? Then how to get it corrected? Yeah, then I should think of the logic where the program should be changed. Yeah, before doing this logic, before checking the grade of the student, first I need to check whether that student has got passed in all the subjects or not. That is the basic condition I have to check. So what I should do is this logic should be run only when he managed to get, or he managed to got at least 35 marks in each and every subject. That is the base condition I have to check. Now what I should write here? If S1 greater than or equal to 35 and S2 greater than or equal to 35 and S3 greater than or equal to 35 and S4 greater than or equal to 35 and S5 greater than or equal to 35 and S6 greater than or equal to 35. If this is true, then only this logic should work. Okay, fine, let me adjust it a little bit. If this is true, then this logic should work. Yeah, let me align it a little bit. Done. Yeah. And if this is false, what is the meaning of it? The student has got less than 35 marks in at least one subject. Then this should run. The grade is equal to fail. That's all about the modification I am talking about. And let me run it once and check how far it is working fine. Okay, enter name. Yeah, let me give K Ashish. Okay, and the marks 90, 99, 98, 97, 120 and 96. And yeah, here you can observe grade is equal to fail. Okay guys, that's all about this LCF ladder, and you can really give a try for solving a lot of problems that are connected with this what I mean to say LCF ladder or multi-variation making statements. Yeah, I can take the electricity bill that should be paid based on the tariff or the number of units burnt or consumed, or I can go for what is the discount that a person will get based upon the sales. That is a multi-variation making statement. Or yeah, I can think in a number of ways, and whenever there is a real-time problem in front of me, you can just check whether this LCF ladder is going to fit that situation and it can do something here. I think in that dimension, try to have a look at each and every scenario that is in front of you and think in this perspective that whether it can be done using a logic, using a program. Okay, that is one such, and that's all for my discussion for today. And yeah, there is one more multi-variation making statement pending, that is called switch case. Yeah, that is also available in our channel. Yeah, feel free if you want to have any comments, any discussions or any queries. Yeah, post it in the comment section. We will be at your service, and we are for the nation. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Good day. Bye.